Morning. Unos here. Gonna do commentary for a world record I set in Arkista's ring on September 10th, 2019. It is now October 15th. Put this off a while, but since it's kind of an obscure game, and hardly anybody even knows what it is, let alone the speedrun of it. I'm gonna go through a couple things really quick because it's a fast speedrun. I'm gonna have a hard time explaining everything I'm doing. I want to make sure this video is reasonably comprehensive. So I'm going to play through the first stage real quick, and the premise here is, you see I'm on a board, I'm controlling this green hair elf lady. I've got to progress upward and kill the enemies. Killing enemies progresses spawning. You see this one blinked in on the right, that one blinked in. So killing enemies blinks in more of them, and then you've got to kill a certain enemy in the stage who spawned it, after killing so many. And killing it causes a key to spawn, and I go to the door, I open and go to the next stage. I picked up a bag, and the bag had this stick in it. So every stage is basically kill enemies, pick up drops. Picking up drops is required to progress the enemy kill counter as it is, and then the drops are consumables that are very powerful and they're necessary to go fast. So let me, so I don't have to explain it during the run. Here's what the consumables are that we'll be using. The Thunder Wand, which deals damage to everything on the stage. And it's like 1 or 2. I don't know exactly. But just for the sake of it, would say it's like 2 damage. The Holy Stick deals at least 4 damage. But it only works on undead, but it's also global, whole stage. The Fire Rod improves your shot. Changes your arrow into a big fireball. It shoots over walls, unlike the arrow. It goes all the way across the screen when your arrow has limited range. It deals more damage than your bow could ever do. You do get range and power upgrades for your bow as well. The Ninja Stunner is a gas pump. Good. Glad we all agree on that. And the health potions. And there are other drops too. You pick up heart containers. More heart containers in the form of different pieces of armor, and you improve your bag space as well. And there are other rare items that I don't think the speedrun gets any of. And you get 1-ups as well that don't very much matter. So I'll back it up and we'll start the run. I learned this game for the Edgeworth 20, part of the Angry Larry, Knobs, and Melvin's community. We played 20 games over 20 weeks, and we had a lot of fun. And this is one of the games from it. Before that, I'd only heard of it through Panzer Dave, who played it for Cusi Grande or something, I think. And he had a lot of bad things to say about this game. About the RNG. So let's go. So yeah, I'm just going to go straight up. Killing this guy right here is not really all that necessary. And usually it causes this guy who drops something to go in the top right corner and out of the way, and we want the drop more than we want that early kill. But the Thunder Wand is the best. It's the first drop we really want to see. It's the first item that we use, that we can use to save time. And here, getting all those kills is useful to get that guy spawned early, because if you don't, then you got to kill that spaghetti monster, pick up his drop, and then the key guy blinks in, so it's a little slower. This stage is not RNG at all. These all move according to where you are, and that was a new strat that I just come up with. Save like a half second over what I'd previously been doing. This stage is a lot of drops. And that Thunder Wand I used, I've already had 3 Thunder Wands, which is insane. So I went ahead and used one to speed it up. Because that third red armor guy is the key to the stage. And they all those red armors drop something. And so I got another guy. I still have 2 Thunder Wands and the Fire Rod I needed. Absolutely. This stage, I can't get any random drops. Only drops on this stage are forced bow and arrow upgrades. You don't know which, it's random whether you get bow or arrow. And in this case, I end up getting double bow, which is range, and range is bad. I wanted power. So I used 2 Thunder Wands at the bottom of the stage after picking up that drop. After killing somebody and picking up that drop, there was a another guy, and he needed to be thundered down, or I didn't want to go chasing. Fire Rod's another way to do it, but thunder's faster. So here I've busted out a Fire Rod to shoot over all these walls and kill all this garbage, and at the bottom is the key guy, and then gotta walk back. There are other strats for the stage, but it's a slow stage. And shooting over the wall here, these skeletons are often to the right, so I'd save a lot of time getting that drop if they'd been near the stairway. But I wanted the drop nevertheless. I wasn't gonna ignore it just because it was not close to me. Another stage that's not RNG at all. These worms move according to where you are. Absolutely. And then the same way every time, where other enemies kind of, they go opposite way from you sometimes. Yeah, so these would only take one shot if I even got one power upgrade, and now I've missed that guy because of that. I'm full on items, and this stage can drop a lot of items near the top. So I've started to consume items and burn through them to keep cycling through items to get more of what I want. Use the Thunder Rod to save time to get the guy in the top right, that red armor is the key, and he dropped something. I got an extra bag space there. That's why we keep digging items, because they are very good. Here, I'm gonna drop this Thunder Wand right now because those piles of puke, their drops are also forced weapon upgrades. And only that, if you wait longer to use that Thunder Wand, that one will be killed by the Thunder Wand. You won't be able to get to its drop in time before it disappears. So I got some weapon upgrade because I was able to one-shot that blob. Scared skeleton. But I had to wait for this bad has to come up anyway, or I have to go down and chase him, so whatever. At the bottom of the stage, there are some skeletons, and one of those skeletons is the key. So having a Holy Rod is very useful. 2 Thunder Rods would also do it. Otherwise, you got to go down there. Using a fire on the stage was a new thing I started doing. Part of the get more stuff, use more stuff strategy, since this stage is full of drops, and we have to pick them up. Figured, yeah, let's use stuff to go faster, and then take more chances on getting good item refills. And I've got 3 fire rods, 2 thunder rods, 1 holy. It's just we're doing great on items. It's pretty straightforward. Just kill the stuff. When this guy dies, and you pick up the drop in the bottom left corner, a Minotaur spawns in, Thunder Rod to kill it. Managed to pick up the little Cupid fairies really quickly there at the beginning, at least. And then we're gonna wait for that to blink in. Thunder. Grab the key, and down here, the Thunder also killed 2 Shadow Demons who have drops that we traded for, which was nice. Not that they were particularly good drops, but you still want to trade for drops. And we're using a fire on the stage to shoot over the walls. Not more because of where the key guy is. I had to kill so many bed bugs. There's a blob underneath those skeletons. It blocks the key. It's like 8 or 9 bed bugs that you need to kill, or it appears. You use fire rod right away because we're on a mini boss stage here. The Manticore there in the middle is the boss. He takes 10 shots. I'm only going to do, 7, 8, 6 shots to it. And I'm always trying to shoot while moving, because you can rapid fire while moving, but while you're stationary, you can't. And also, you can't turn your character on a square. You always, in order to turn your character 90 degrees, you have to start moving. Of course, you can shoot, and then you can start moving right back before you hit the next intersection. You move on intersection in this game if that wasn't obvious yet. Now I've got to clear a bunch of enemies here and pick up their drops to continue the stage. So it's a good place to trade in items if you have some that you don't really want. You want to just dump off some health potions, or you've got like way too many holy. Here I'm kind of messing up a little bit. It's trying to go fast but also conserve health, and it didn't work for me. I could have just gone fast and had a better effect. But I don't have any health potions, and so I don't want to die, especially on these stages where I would end up dying far from the beginning. So I don't walk over these black holes, which would just cause a damage. Because I have an extra holy on this stage, I'm going to go ahead and just trade it in for a drop. It saves me from having to walk to the top first and kill a thing or 2. It doesn't. You need to use a lot more items than that to speed the stage up, and I've never really had much success in speeding up by enough to justify the items being used. Here we use a fire rod if it's available. If we have 2, we definitely use a fire rod. If you have 1, you could go thunder then holy to clear the stage. But Thunder and Holy also have their uses, so you don't want to go run out of those just yet, because you can refill on this stage and it often drops Fire Rod, and I've kind of messed it up a little bit. Kind of mis-executed there. So I went ahead and used that, the heal potion to make a spot in case I got a good drop, and I'm going to Holy to trade for 2 more drops. Why it's good not to use your last Holy on 20 or 19. We need a Fire Rod here. It's another mini boss. Gotta kill so many bats for it to appear. Not doing a great job of it, but he spawns all the way down there at the bottom. We're just gonna stationary and shoot. It could be faster to like move back and forth and rapid fire him, but a lot of trouble. Gotta kill bats again, and they're appearing up off the top of the screen now. Nice shot. Great shot. Amazing. There's one more still. We're waiting to spawn in before I use this Thunder. Use Thunder when I get near the key, because I don't need to use any sooner. And it trades also for a drop if you want to go pick it up. That guy isn't always that far away. Random exits there. You saw the other stairs. Any of those stairs could be the exit, but we got the closest one. The first ones I checked. So that was lucky. Got to kill blobs in a certain order. Not really. Just kill enough of them. Missed. Whoops. And then we're going to trade Holy again. This is the last time a Holy will be useful. And it's also the first time you can get a Ninja Stunner gas pump for a drop. I've gone the wrong way. So you see that there's all these channels down here, and they all have stairs. Any one of these stairs can be the exit. And if you don't get that exit, you're going to have a bad time. Because you have to kill a bunch of garbage. And here I was underpowered. You'd like to be able to one-shot these ninjas, but a Thunder will soften them up. I was trying to kite back. I was trying to avoid taking damage, even though I had 3 potions. It's just a mistake. And I was trying to get him to move inward, and I was backing up too soon. A little bit of mixed execution here, too. Not getting that worm to move in sooner. Here, I need a Fire Rod. We got another mini-boss, and I don't want to have to shoot him with my arrow, because that would take too long. This stage... It's nice to have a lot of items for this stage, but considering what's also coming up, I can really hesitate to use them sometimes. But a Fire Rod would have been nice for killing these one-eyed magic, like, big old mage guys. And the Thunders are nice for killing the spaghetti monsters, or the tentacle monsters, whichever they are. And I kind of was just screwing around almost, but I still wanted to look for drops because I have no Fire Rods, and I need at least 2 more to finish the game. A Thunder would be nice for stage 28. I only have health and Ninja Stunners. And I got 3 Ninja Stunners. If I had a Thunder Rod, I'd probably use it right about now to get rid of these 2 gargoyles and spawn the key guy who is a boss ninja. It's just a really fast and beefy ninja. The gray one. I'm going to stun him because he would whoop my ass. And I have no idea how many HP he has. It's kind of random, it seems. But that was very low. And I need a Fire Rod. Thank goodness I got a Fire Rod, because if I hadn't this stage, this run would have been over. This stage, the ogres are way beefy. 5 hits with the Fire Rod. Dozens with my arrow. I have to clear out all this garbage, pick it up, and try not to get killed. The potions are nice because I can take a lot of damage on the next couple stages. Or here, just maneuvering, trying to save time, you know, not having to kill stuff in a certain way. So I got my Fire Rods. I still have Ninja Stunners. I used up all my health potions, though. And here, not all these stairs can be exits. Some of them can disappear when you walk on them, but they won't be exits ever. I'm only going to the ones that can be. And I go up to that left one second because it pulls that ninja, this boss ninja, farther away from you. And check the third, and I get it. If I hadn't got the third, I would have lost a lot of time. They probably wouldn't have been able to world record anymore. And here I was trying to wiggle back and forth to keep rapid firing, but also hit him, and I missed a little bit. and die, which is common. Not a master of the wiggle back and forth shot method. But that's it. That's the end of the first loop. There are 4 loops in this game, and the enemies will continue to get faster and have more HP, and you would quickly cap out on your power. We're already capped out on bag spaces. We're 1 short for maximum health. Like, we're just missing a cloak. I didn't pick up the ring. That the final boss drops Arkista's ring, the object, the MacGuffin for the game. And when every 10 steps you take when you're holding it, you heal. But you can't play the extra loops when you're playing on RGB mod or an HDMI mod console, because it just hangs and when it tries to flip to the next loop. So you just have to reset. Here, before the run, I was actually calculating the odds of getting so good of a run, and this is column A is stage 22, 24, and 30. Column B is getting the best outcome, like one of the first 2 stairs in 22, because it's like about a quarter seconds different. Getting the only open stair on 24, 1 out of 9, and then getting the first stair on 30, 1 out of 10 that I think that can be exits. But instead what I got was I got the 1 out of 4, the 1 out of 9, and I got the 3 out of 10, because 3 out of 10 isn't bad on stage 30. And so that run was about it's about a 1 in 120 as far as stair luck went, and getting the drops too is another luck factor. So runs like these don't come along very often. Of course, distribution of RNG outcomes might not be even, and somebody might come up with they might get an info leak or manipulation at some point to get the good stair, but not as far as I don't know any. Yeah, do a little miss the little air hump here on the camera, which is pointed to a window in the dark. Yeah, guy. Yeah, guy. So that's it. Fun game. I like to play it even, always have the timer running, always want to know if I'm really doing well, but it's fun to play even if you don't get good RNG. So thanks for watching, and hope you at least play the game a couple times. It's kind of fun. Don't play it just once though, because it's not good at representing in one playthrough what the game really is. I played 1 speedrun of it yesterday. Just did 1 run, and it took me 24 minutes because I got horrendously bad drops. Whereas if you get good drops and good stairs, you can beat it in under 12 minutes. All right. Peace out.